This is Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Toledo Rockets and the Marshall Thundering Herd. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Checking in pregame with the Marshall head coach, and he is so excited to be back at his alma mater. He said that they have so much potential, he understands the culture and what makes this place unique. They were in the top 25 last season, but he believes with the right recruiting and the right buy-in from the program, they can be in the top 10 or even better, maybe the playoffs this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Marshall's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rockets offense will have the football first. And here comes the maestro of this offense. Gets the start for this team and tries to get the offense rolling. Inside, it's Smith. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Guys, let's chat about Toledo. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Handoff to the lone back. At the 40, there he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And back to the air on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's the first down for the offense.
And the Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The quick out. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Rockets, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A first down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Rockets! Quick strike through the air for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Marshall's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Duke Watson came over from Louisville. They believe he is the guy who can really give a jolt of energy to this rushing attack. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Throws to the wideout. Got a man, it's Culliver. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Makes it past the marker. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Marshall! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason good. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Smith. He's up to 41 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Keep it on the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Wide open downfield.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick completion to the right. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Wants to throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Smith takes the handoff. Oh, what a move. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. They'll give it to the back. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Play number 10 on this series. Quarterback making checks. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35.
Here we go. Go.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Bond. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. And the Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Robinson will throw. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Rockets will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Boston. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Rockets. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
I'll tell you, you love linebackers that are good against the run, but how nice is it when you've got a guy that can sit in zone coverage like he can and not just pick it off, but find his convoy and take it to the house. That is a game-changing play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Throwing Fox. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Toledo hoping to get things going on this drive as the offense takes the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Robinson looking to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Brought down right at the 34-yard line, and that'll be a first down for this offense. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Fox. Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Orange, looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25. Now over to your game inside Jones C. Edwards Stadium. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
And the Rockets will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Thundering Herd head coach at the half. They are pretty excited about what they're seeing from their running back. As you know, he's a transfer. This is why they brought him in. And although he is performing very well, they've still got work to do. Trailing in this game, they've got to be a little bit better at the line of scrimmage here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Throwing Fox. Back open in the middle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Marshall quick to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And they're able to get him on the ground. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Fox from the gun on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Rockets offense looks ready to go on this drive. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. On the move. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. The Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Robinson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Rockets are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Touchdown, Toledo! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the 2nd half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. It appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Fox. Working that left side now. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Back to throw, it's Fox. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the...
Brings it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Defense showing blitz here. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Robinson looking to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. On the run, it's Sanders. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Rockets send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. With the catch, it's Culliver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Throwing Fox. Finds the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Got it in the middle, it's Rodriguez. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Running inside, it's Baptiste. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. Jumped on top of the pile. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Fox throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The RPO, it's complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Oh, they're after it. Into the house. Touchdown, Herd!
And man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The give is to Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Sanders. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Firing to the right, complete. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Rockets getting set on 1st and 10.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.